Okay, so now we're going to review the half swing. And the reason we're going to start with the half swing is because this golf motion that we make is can be pretty complicated if you attempt to learn it in a full motion. So it's better off taken in small incremental steps based on impact and working our way back. Before we do, we're going to review the grip just once more. Um, okay, now for right-handed players, left hand, the shaft is underneath the pad, the base of your hand. If you have it in the proper position, you ought to be able to balance it just with the forefinger like this. Right hand, pinky rides right on top of the forefinger, center finger. That leaves 3 fingers with the shaft going across 3 fingers. You roll your hand closed. Now my right thumb ends up slightly on the left-hand side of the shaft. Hands look like this. Okay? That's what the grip looks like. Okay. Okay, so let's start with a definition of the golf swing we can work from. The golf swing is a circle. We perform it around a steady post, and we do it on an inclined plane, which is the tilt of from our hips so that we can reach the ground. So the length of the club and the length of my arms puts this club behind the ball on the ground. So I'm going to demonstrate the swing, first 2 components, steady head and a circle. If I did that, the swing would look like this. I would have my club out in front of me. It's parallel to the ground. My feet would be as wide as my shoulders. Toes a little out, and the reason they're out is because we're going to be doing some rotation here, and you wouldn't want to put strain on your knees unnecessarily. So you put arms out straight. Now, if I'm going to make a rotation here, I have to make this rotation around a steady post. The steady post in golf is critical only because this is the only game you'll ever play with a ball where the ball's not moving. So if the ball's not moving, you can't move laterally like you normally would playing any other sport, baseball, basketball, badminton, ping pong, doesn't make any difference. Any kind of racket where you move over, load the right side, then move left. You can't do that in golf because the ball is sitting still. And we have to be very precise when we bring this club down to strike it. The club has to be in exactly the right position to get this ball to go straight, because our target could be as long as 400, 500 yards away, and the target's only this big. So we have to control both the distance and the direction. Now, obviously, it's going to take a few shots to have the ball travel 500 yards, but you're trying to have it travel on the golf course, which means you have to control the flight and the trajectory of those shots. All right, so the head is critical. It can't move. So as I do this, my shoulders need to turn in a circle 90 degrees to my vertical spine. As I do that, as I turn my shoulders 90 degrees to my vertical spine, you're going to notice that my knees change flex. My left knee bends, my right one straightens out. So as my shoulders turn 90 degrees to that camera, now my knees have turned, left knee has bent, right knee has straightened out, so my hips have turned along with my torso. So everything is making a rotation here, but my hat's not moving. So if I went from this side all the way over here, all the way to the other side, knees would change, flex again, my hips would rotate with my torso, my shoulders would rotate, my arms would stay extended, and I would finish over here, but my hat still didn't move off the center post. So the reason is that if you're going to play golf and play it well, you have to be able to take this club up and bring it down and strike the same place on the ground. If you can hit the same place on the ground over and over again, you can play this game. But there's a lot of reasons why people don't do that. One of the reasons is because once we get into our forward tilt here to reach down to get to put our club behind the ball, we have this inclination to the ground. Our arms are straight. So I know I reach the back right behind the ball. So as I start to bring this club down, tendency is people want to stand up. So now they don't have enough length to get to the ground and hit the ball. Or the arms bend, All these things happen when you don't start learning the golf swing from impact back. That's why we're focusing on impact and back. All right. Now, it's a circle, steady post on an inclined plane. Your head can't move. So as we rotate these shoulders rotate 90 degrees to the tilted spine, which means they tilt. Left shoulder goes down, left knee bends, right one straightens out. Right shoulder comes down, left knee straightens out, right one bends. That allows my hips to rotate. So now I am making this little circle. Hips are rotating, torso's rotating, shoulders are rotating, but the hat's not moving. So if I keep my arms extended out in front of me, I'm going to be able to bring that club down. And when I bring that club down, if I keep my arms extended and straight, and I turn my shoulders, bring the club down, I'm going to bring that club right back down to that ball, and I'm going to hit it. Once more. Arm straight. Left shoulder goes down. You're going to hit it every time. You have to hit it every time because it's all pre-measured. From a geometric point of view, the circle has a radius. The radius goes from my shoulder socket down my arm, includes the shaft, to right behind the ball. Now, if I keep this arm straight, all bets are off if I do this. But if I keep my arm straight and I tilt forward and I stay in that forward tilt, my head stays still, I bring that club back, that club has to hit that ground in the same place every time. It has to. That's the radius of the circle. If you stay still, it's got to hit that spot. The problem is that we don't do that consistently because we're trying to hit it so the hands move the face of the club and the arms bend and they're standing up. But if we're going to learn this, we're going to learn it basically from a very short. We feel like we'll put 60% of our weight on the left side. Arms are going to stay straight. Shoulders are going to turn very, very slowly and only back this far. When they come back that far, my head stays still. And if I bring this club straight back down to where it started, from here straight down to where it started, I have to hit that ball. It's right in the way. Once again. Every time. So that's the beginning of the half swing. Now, let's take it one step farther. If I took the half swing and I said, all right, I'm just going to make it a little bit longer. All I have to do is, head's got to stay still, arms got to stay straight. I rotate my shoulders just a little bit farther in a circle. You don't move to the right. I stay right over the ball. They move back a little bit farther till I get back to here. Now when I come down, the shoulders rotate back, the head stays still. I'm still going to bring that club right back to the same spot, even though I went up this far. So that's your challenge. The challenge is going to be for you to hit a lot of shots from this position, halfway back into impact. Head stays still, knees change, flex, arm stays straight, and you're going to hit that ball every single time. That's the half swing. Thanks for watching.